Well, it's cold outside, but we've got something to warm the cockles and the hearts of any of the most evilest people in the world. I don't know where that's come from, but this is the last of the 3 anniversary birthday beers from Track, and this is a biggie. This is Transition. It is the double dry hopped gold top double IPA. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going for the Gold Top beer. This is from Track Birthday Beer. This is the 3rd of them. The one to beat is the IPA. I thought the double IPA that we had was okay, but it wasn't quite up to some of the best double IPAs I've had this year. But I've got high hopes for this one. In terms of the hops, put my glasses on. We've got Citra T90, Citra Cryo, Nectaron, Nelson Sauvin Sub-Zero Hop Keef, and Nelson Sauvin CGX. And this is their gold top. So if anyone doesn't know about gold top, these have got the addition of lactose in it, which is usually, I always find a bit weird putting lactose in beer. Milk and beer just doesn't seem to go well together, but it's going to make it a creamier. It's going to make it hopefully a softer sort of beer. So let's crack it open and get it in a glass and see what it's all about. Oh, it's a bit explosive. I've tried to treat this one a little bit differently. Usually I take them out of the fridge 10 minutes or so and then drink them. But this one I've had out a little bit longer. And I think it's warmed up fairly, much. It's a lot probably at the right temperature. But it's not as cold as I would probably normally have beer. But beer in a glass, we can see it's bright yellow. 2 fingers. I'd say it's obviously not going to stick around. It looks reasonably compacted there, but there's lots of little bubbles there. Lots of carbonation sticking to the glass. Yeah, let's just top it up a little bit. I think I've opened the... There we go. Yeah, looks pretty good. And already I'm getting quite a lot of aroma, but let's sort of unpack what that aroma is. Yeah, I mean, you're getting a lot of the sort of Nelson. Oh, you're getting a bit of the citra as well. Yeah, so you've got tropicalness, you've got citrus fruits. I think the lactose just suddenly does give it a little bit of sort of hold back the aroma a little bit. It's not as pungent as I thought it was when I first opened it. Yeah, but you can get the white grape, you can get tropical citrus notes. There's a little bit of everything in there. See what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. First thing first, you can tell it's a bit boozy. There's definitely a hit of alcohol. This isn't your normal 8% double IPA, it's 8.4%. It's a little bit stronger. And you can definitely taste it. And I'm not... Whereas I mentioned in other videos, I always find with double IPAs, is it the alcohol or is it because they're very hoppy? But there's a definite difference in flavour. It's not... I wouldn't say it's hoppiness. I think you are getting that warmth of the alcohol. It's soft. It's smooth. But it's not great. I think it's the alcohol is almost like the flavour that hits you first. You're not getting that nice sort of fruit flavours that you would expect. As soon as you put it to your mouth, you're getting that alcohol. There is a little bit, there's mango coming in. Apricot, sort of quite stone fruits. Fruit-led, heavy. The Nelson Sauvin's in there, but it's not bright and fresh. It's a little bit dank. You're getting that sort of more melony than you are sort of white grape and sort of kiwi and gooseberry, that sort of thing. You get more melon. Grapefruit's coming in. There's a little bit of pine coming in as well. Again, I'm not sure what the lactose bring to it. Yes, it's smooth, but, we've had IPAs and double IPAs that are smooth as this. It doesn't have that, I think because of the alcohol burn sort of, or that sort of strength of alcohol that you can taste. you don't get a creamy sensation, which I thought you would. I thought you'd really feel that you got a much more creamier, velvety sort of smooth. But as much as it's soft, I wouldn't say it's sort of, let's say a word, decadent or, luxurious in its mouthfeel. It's still quite a light beer, light-bodied. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed because I'm getting huge hits of alcohol with some mango apricot. Then there's some sort of sweaty dankness, a little bit of grape, but more the sort of the melon sort of coming in, I think. And then there's a big hit, a very sharp, sort of almost quite bitter grapefruit in there. And the sort of light citrusy notes are sort of lost a little bit in that sort of all that bombardment of dankness. Yeah, a little bit disappointed. Not quite sure what the lactose does. I think it does something, but I don't think it's a positive thing, really. I like my beer. I mean, some people might like this, but I like my beers bright, flavoursome, fruity to some extent. Well, this is sort of a strong flavoured beer. It is still fairly hoppy, but there's so much sort of, I think it's a very muddled in terms of its flavour. It doesn't sort of leap out and jump out and be very sort of flavoursome. The alcohol, the hoppiness of it is almost like the flavour, which is not really what you would say is a very sort of inviting flavour, makes you want to drink more of it. For the money, I think it's probably in my personal opinion, certainly, I think it's the worst of the three. I mean, I expected I saved this one to last because I thought it was going to be the best of the three. But actually, the IPA was definitely the better by far of all three of them. And it sort of makes me think, well, I've heard so many good things about the gold labels, but it's almost like thinking, well, if they're going to be more like this, then I'd rather give them a miss. I mean, we've had some great double IPAs. The Rivington collab, the Evil Dead 2 one was really good. Oh, what was the other double IPA that I've had? Have I still got the cans up there? Yeah, can't think off the top of my head. I'm sure I've had another really good double IPA, but certainly that Rivington one was really good. And we got some great IPAs. And this one, you think it's full of flavour, but all you're getting is really a very dank, boozy sort of flavour. It's got a nice soft mouthfeel, but that burn and flavour is almost like it ruins it. Okay, I've drank enough. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Transition. This is a double dry hopped gold label double IPA from Track, part of their birthday series. A little bit disappointed with this, but let's go for the scores. Starting with aroma, appearance, flavour, value for money. This one was the most expensive as well. It's like £6. I think it was nearly £7. And finally, my overall experience. Tighten the scores up, just about getting into recommended. I think there's stuff that people would like, but it's just got that too much of that booziness up front, and it does ruin any sort of flavour that comes through. And I think I've got this at a perfect temperature for drinking. It's certainly not too cold, this one, so you should get the flavour, but all I'm getting is a lot of alcohol burn in this, so a little bit disappointed. The lactose doesn't really bring much to it, so it's the lowest rating of the three birthday beers. But let me know. Total score, yeah, I haven't said it already, total score is, yeah, just about recommended, but it's a lot of money for a beer that, do yourself a favour, you're going to buy a birthday one of them, just buy the IPA. You'd think that wouldn't be the best, but it is the best, actually. The flavour's there, the body's there, it's got everything going for it. It's a really good beer, but yeah, I mean, this is probably why I don't drink as many double IPAs, because you get a few like this and it can put you off because you think, oh, it's just too boozy and I'm not getting that nice IPA-like flavour. But that's how they are, you know, that's how it is. I mean, say you can get one double IPA that drinks like an IPA, others that don't, that drink more, even stronger. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit nervous if I see a gold label beer before, but you know, Track still make great beers, and I say the double IPA was good. The IPA was very good, but this is a little bit disappointing. So that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed these birthday beers that we've had from Track. There's a lot of other breweries that seem to be having a birthday at this sort of time. I'm not sure what other was. I know Asves have got some birthday beers, but I think they're more around the sour sort of type of beers. I probably won't try them. But we've got a few good beers coming up, new stuff. I've got another double IPA that's something a little bit quirky. I hope that's going to be better and this hasn't put me off. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber so you get to see that video. But obviously we're coming up to, well, we're pretty close now to Christmas, so all we can do is get more videos out there, because I don't know, it's this time of the year that you're going to drink and be merry, aren't you? So until the next one, you know what you're going to do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.